Did you have a friend that you were so close and suddenly you lost contact with? Did you have a friend that you thought that you'd be close forever but ended up losing that connection? Did you also have that friend that you reconnected again? Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Scarlett Chu. Today I'm going to share my thoughts about friendship and how temporary friendship is. So let me give you a background why I decided to make a video about friendship. Because during this pandemic, during the quarantine, I was all alone. I was about to sleep and I decided to browse my Facebook. And as I was browsing, I remember a certain friend of mine that I used to be very close with, and now I feel like she's a stranger and I don't really know what she's up to. So I feel like I had experience of so many types of friendship and how it ended. I'm going to share to you the friendship story that I had with my friend that inspired me to create this video. I just started university at that time, and there she was also a freshman. She was quite very popular at the time, so she kind of annoyed me at first, and we just became friends because I think it was on the time when she was actually a graduate of an art school and they had a performance in Seoul, South Korea. At the time, Korean wave was very popular in the Philippines and people were really talking about her, and I was quite annoyed at the time. But when she came back from Korea, so we were classmates on certain subjects, obviously because our school had at the time open section, so we are allowed to pick our schedule. So we had certain schedule that we are actually classmates. And by the time when she went back, obviously my group of friends at the time were her friends. So I just started to ask her about her trip in Korea, and everything just clicked. We were so close at the time and we were very inseparable. Even on breaks, we're actually together. And I even went to buy plus with her. So it was weird. It was really magical at the time. I considered it very magical because I feel like our friendship was very brief, but we were so close for a semester. So it's just like about 5 months. We're so close, and by the time on the second semester, we didn't really have an opportunity to hang out. So I think we kind of lost connection. Not really lost connection, but I think lost contact. Whenever we talk with each other, I feel like we are actually very happy and we enjoy those moments. And it's just that by the time on the second semester and second year in college or in university, I grew closer to my batchmates. She was actually on a different degree program. She's actually studying biology. I was actually a tourism student, so we didn't really have the time to really get together, and suddenly she dropped out of school. I don't really know how to describe this one, but I feel like I was actually just busy with the things that's going on with my life at the time, with my new friends, with my new clique. Those semester was just so magical, and I feel like we were so close. We just lost contact with a friend, and I don't really have anything against her. Something, it's just like nothing. You know, I don't know how to describe it properly. I mean, she's not the only friend that I lost contact with. I had so many friends that I had lost contact with, like most of my elementary friends. I didn't really have contact with my elementary friends, and even in high school, I kind of lost contact with them. So she's not the only one, but just thinking about our friendship, I feel like our friendship was just so brief, but it was super nice. You know what I mean? I was very happy being friends with her. So my second story is about a friend that I used to think I would be close forever. Like your connection would still be the same as time goes by. You grow up and you grew apart. He changed school, so we didn't really have a time to connect so much. We're still very much in contact after he changed school, so we're still very close. And after several years of being in contact due to the Facebook, I mean, technology really helps us reconnect with our old friends. So that was the nice thing about Facebook at the time. And I graduated in college, and by the time I was actually starting law school, I feel like the magic of connection, or the connection I had with him, started to really fade, and I feel like he's not really responding interestingly on the topics that I actually talked to him, nor I actually feel burdened on listening to his topics also. So I feel like it left a really sour taste on me, but I don't really want to blame him for that because I actually feel like he's also trying and I'm also trying, but the connection isn't really there. And you know what, the fact that you're very invested with friendship, like compared to the first story that I actually told you, I wasn't really paying attention to her dropping out. But as I recall about the friendship, really makes me happy. But with this friendship, I kind of feel like there's a loss of connection, and you feel bad that you didn't really end up very close right now. When you're very invested in a certain friendship and you try to make things work, but it just didn't work because you're actually living on a different timeline or different pathway, and probably your pathways are actually very far apart that you can't really relate with each other. And I still talk to him, and I feel like he's still a very close friend to me. I still consider him as a very close friend, but I just feel like I had to respect our friendship before, our closeness before, rather than trying to make things work. I was actually very much concerned when I feel like our friendship is losing, you know what I mean? So I tried to search about it, about topics like that, and I've seen a lot of topics or blog posts or articles about this topic about losing friendship, and there come across an article or a blog post that really made me realize about it, that sometimes you can't really force connections on friendship and that you have to respect your friendship. So after I read about it, I did not try to force contact with him, and I feel like I feel much better, and I hope he feels much better also. I don't feel like this whole friendship thing should be a burden to him or to me also, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like you or I don't like him or I never really cared about what is happening in his life. I would just like to respect that past connection that we have rather than trying to create another connection that isn't really working. So I think that's the difference between the first and the second friendship story. So the third friendship story that I'm going to share to you is my closest friend in university or college. And yes, I'm going to share to you how we became friends. So first and foremost, we're really close. We kind of hate each other, not really hate each other, like we bicker a lot. We started hanging out. I was kind of annoyed with her, but I kind of like her around. So not because I hate her, but we're just like, you know, click. You don't really know how to describe it when you became friends with someone. You just click like that. I was very close with her. We're very much classmates after that one, and we hang out with each other a lot, and we still talk a lot. And obviously after I graduated college, I went to law school and she started working, so obviously we don't really have much time to hang out. We still had in contact in Facebook Messenger. We chatted a lot, and I think it started on 2019. I feel like she wasn't really responding with my messages. I was losing connection with her, and obviously I learned my lesson with the second one. So by 2020, I decided to not really bother her, like not to initiate chat interaction with her, because I feel like I wanted to give her space and time. Something happened to her. I don't know if she's ready to talk about it, but I still chatted with her from time to time, trying to promote this channel. And the latest quarantine really helped me a lot of realization. So she started talking about my channel. She chatted, trying to suggest me about certain topics that she wants me to show. Obviously, I listened to her because I was actually quite interested with the topic that she suggested. I was just surprised that she chatted at me. Yeah, she started talking about it, and I started talking to her about my latest endeavor or the latest things that interest me. And I feel like we're back again on our old friendship. And to think about it, you don't really need to force reconnection. I think reconnection would just happen. You know what I mean? What really surprised me is that I didn't really expect her to be watching my channel. I never really expected my friends to watch my channel. If you're all watching this, especially my friends, I don't really expect you to really keep watching my channel. I know you have your thing and you have your interests. I don't really like to force you or to force my friends to watch my channel. And the fact that she actually talked about it makes me realize that probably she's actually watching these videos, the videos that I'm posting. And it makes me happy because she never really talk about it. You know what I mean? That some of your friends doesn't really tell you that they're actually supporting you, but they're actually supporting you. I was just happy that we reconnected, and I don't know if it's back. Obviously, we've grown apart. We've experienced different things in life. I've experienced different things in life. She experienced different things in life. He experienced different things in life, and God knows what happened to my other friend. I don't know what happened to her, but I hope they're okay and I hope they're doing fine. And if ever they want to reconnect, or if ever you want to reconnect with me, you can just chat me. I'll be willing to talk to you. Just like my other friend was willing to advise me on the problem that I had recently. I was very happy at the time. So actually, she also inspired me to really push this, making this video, because the other friend really helped me, because I was actually very on the edge, you know what I mean? I was really stressed out over the pandemic, and you know what I mean, that you actually feel so isolated. And that's when I started to talk to her, and she listened to me. And if ever you're feeling that way, or if ever some of my friends are feeling that way, you can just talk to me. To be honest, I'll be open, and I wouldn't really feel bad if you don't reply on my chat, because I realized that if we don't really have something interesting to reply, then it's best not to reply. I don't also reply a lot to people who chat on me, so that's why I also don't really expect people to reply on my chat. The lessons that I've learned about friendship is that sometimes in our lives we actually have different pathways, and sometimes our pathways or timeline cross with other people's timeline. That's where relationships or friendship begins. And I think that since we actually live on different lives or different timelines or pathways, there's always a chance that your friends would really divert on another road, or you divert on another road. And there's nothing really wrong with that. Sometimes we lost connection to our friends, sometimes we reconnect with our friends, sometimes our friends are just there and we just need to talk to them if ever we need to talk to them. Because I think when it comes to friendship, we just have to admit that our friends will even support you even if you are going to be gone in their lives. Like if you try to take a different path, that would mean losing connection with them. But the weird thing is that they're happy for you that you're actually trying to take another path in your life. And to think about it, we grow up, we grow up, we grow apart, and part of growing up is losing friends, reconnecting to old friends, having new friends, because every life has different chapters and we don't really live in the same lives. We have our own lives, and I think it's best for us to accept the fact that some of our friends are not really going to be our friends for life. So that's the lesson that I've learned, and I really want to share to you that lesson, because I hope this video would really help people understand, especially the young one, like to my old self, having panic that I'm losing my friends like that. If I had a message to my old self, I would just tell him that it's okay. You will lose friends, you will reconnect with your friends, you meet new friends. So it's not really the end of the world. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you can click the like and subscribe button. And if ever you want me to share another topic about friendship, or if you have certain topics to share about friendship, you can always comment down in the section below. And if there are any topics that interest you, or you think I may be interested, you can actually comment it on the comment box again. And yeah, that's it, and I hope to see you in my next videos. And please support my channel because I really like making videos, by the way. Even though my channel isn't really big, I enjoy it, and I hope you guys learn something from this video. Bye bye! Good night!